online meal planning and coaching service. Going to do a heart-to-heart chat with you guys. And if this is the first time you are meeting me in one of my live chats, please know that these are the types of chats where we get very real, we get very raw, we just keep it 100. And you'll notice my hair's not done, my makeup's not done, and it's just a really fresh way for me to show up for you guys as well as for myself. So I want to welcome you. And if this is the first time you are joining the channel, and if you found me recently, welcome. So friends, hi Amanda, we have a really cool topic today that I felt on my heart to share. And I'm just going to flow with whatever I think I need to share. Sometimes I get in this mode where I feel like I need to just really cherry pick what I say, because in the internet 2025, things get misconstrued. People take you the wrong way. People attack you, which happens. And thank you, Stacy. That's very kind of you. And obviously that's going to come with the territory. So I wanted to first say thank you to everybody for all of your kind words on my recent YouTube live. And today's video is a little different. This is not a tutorial. This is not a deep dive into science, and it's more personal. And the thing is, I just have to say this for context. And over the last few months, I have been walking through one of the hardest seasons of my life. Like, it's a miracle I'm still standing. This has been hard mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Like, it has been so hard. And I realized something. The same tools I teach you guys to use when life feels out of control are the tools that I had to personally come back to myself. And if you guys are liking these live streams, I'm going to ask you guys to do me a huge favor. Please give this live stream a thumbs up. It really helps me out on the algorithms here, my friends. So please take 2 seconds to do that. If you never buy a product from me, just go to my YouTube channel and like stuff, because it helps. So today what I wanted to talk about was how I am rebuilding my health, not from a place of, ooh, let me just bounce back, but from a place of grief, grace, and growth. So has anybody here just been in the space that I'm in? Maybe you didn't deal with what I'm dealing with specifically. And as you guys know, without going into too much detail, I recently experienced a miscarriage, and emotionally it shook me more than I expected. And whether you never experienced a miscarriage, but I guarantee you, each of you has had a season where you dealt with grief. Maybe you lost a loved one. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe you're underemployed. Maybe you're unemployed. Maybe you're dealing with some financial challenges, relationship challenges, challenges with your kids. I know that you guys know what I mean to really need to get your health and get your shit together from a place of just grace and growth, not, oh my gosh, I need to lose this weight as fast as humanly possible, and I'm going to bounce back and I'm going to just get it done and like be like a drill sergeant-y robot, because that doesn't work for most of us. It tears your heart and soul. It sure does. So the thing is, my friends, grief doesn't just affect your heart. It doesn't just affect your feelings. Grief affects your hormones. Grief affects your appetite. It affects your sleep. It affects your energy, and it affects your motivation. It affects your everything. And in the middle of all of these things, and you guys, what I share is only the tip of the iceberg of what I got going on. But the thing is, in the middle of all of these things, when we are having meltdowns, when we are struggling, and we are in a dark space, guess what? Life has to keep going. Who here is the person that has to hold it down for your family? Who here is the person that holds it down when things get tough? Who here is the person that is always the one picking the kids up from school, always the one doing this, always the one planning the next step, always the one planning the meals, always the one like just managing everything, right? Life has to keep going. Bills still need to get paid. And because of that, you're a single parent, like, and I have so much respect for single parents. One of my best friends is a single mom, and I don't know how she does it. Newton Castle says they say God gives the battles to the strongest warrior. So while I know it's a tremendous pain, I know that God will always give you the strength to make it through this. And I believe that with my whole heart. And I'm going to say this once. Anyone who says any out-of-pocket comment, you are going to be banned from my channel. Period. I have no time for BS. So the thing is, business, responsibilities, clients, relationships, it doesn't just stop because you're hurting. How many of you guys have had to go to work the next day after you're dealing with some crazy stuff like soaking up your tears in the bathroom, or just you have to keep going even though you are not okay? And I know you guys can relate to that, but what helped me most is returning to structure. And this is a very big deal for me, and I know that it's going to be a big deal to you guys, because I want to teach you guys how to return to structure in spite of the fact when everything else feels chaotic. Because the thing is, you're not here trying to punish yourself. You're not here trying to like make sure you get your 10,000 steps and make sure you log every single macro perfectly when you're in this headspace. The thing is, you do need something stable to hold on to when everything else gets chaotic. And that is why I want to talk to you guys about what grief and stress do to your body. So the thing is, the first thing that grief and stress does to your body is cortisol dysregulation. So you may be experiencing the strangest cravings, inflammation, poor sleep, stubborn fat storage, especially around the midsection. Who here, when you are stressed out, your sleep is just compromised? Like, who here has those sleepless nights where you're up in your thoughts and your mind, and yes, you need to think through things. Yes, you need to talk about them. Yes, you need to problem solve and find solutions. But at the same time, you still need rest. And if any of you guys are in that space where you're just not able to get rest because your mind is on full effing tilt, it is going to be very hard. Stacy says, I'm going through heart failure again. Oh my gosh, girl. I feel ignored by God. My cortisol is very low. You're losing your hair again. I can tell you one thing, Stacy. I read this Bible verse the other day. I'm going to Google it because I want to say it correctly. And I hope it encourages you. I hope it encourages you because it encourages me. Oh, here it is. Write this down, Stacy. Psalm 34:18. It says, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted. He rescues those whose spirits are crushed. And I know that when I'm in my lowest points, that's when I can hear God the loudest. And it's crazy that we got to get to that point. But man, is that not true? And again, I'm not trying to overly spiritualize this, but I'm just going to say, look up Psalm 34:18, and I hope that helps you. I hope that encourages you. So the thing is, grief and stress can cause hormone imbalance. So estrogen and progesterone fluctuations, they can worsen during PMS, but anxiety can also make me irregular. And even if you're not aware it's happening. Another thing that can happen when you are in a season of grief or very high stress is your metabolism can slow down. So your thyroid is so sensitive to emotional trauma. You might feel fatigued, you might feel mentally foggy, and you might feel like your metabolism is not responding. And does anybody here ever just feel that mental fog. It's like your brain needs focus. It's like it's cloudy, and it's so challenging to form thoughts and think clearly and execute. Like, do any of you guys ever have a hard time completing basic tasks? You know what I'm talking about? Like basic tasks, washing dishes, getting laundry done, straightening up the house. When basic tasks are substantially harder, you have to remember that your body is very, very sensitive to emotional trauma. You're in postmenopause. I can't get hormone replacement due to pulmonary. And Stacy, perhaps we should jump on a complimentary discovery call. And if there's anybody here who wants to talk to me, oh, you have ADHD. Ay, ay, ay. And if any of you are just joining the live stream, we are talking today about what grief and stress do to your body, and I'm sharing about how I'm rebuilding my health after a very serious season of grief. And I would love it, my friends, if you can all take 2 seconds to give this live stream a thumbs up. It just really helps the channel out here. And if you've ever benefited from this channel, please help your girl out. The next one is binge and restrict cycles. When you're grieving, food becomes comfort. Food becomes comfort. Or it could be something you forget entirely. How many of you guys lose your appetite when you're stressed? It depends on what's going on for me. I could go either way. And thank you so much, Sonia. But if you swing back and forth between losing your appetite and just wanting the comfort of food, and you're swaying between those two things, both extremes can throw you off of your game. It can completely throw you off of your game. And the thing is, a lack of motivation is normal. It's normal. And your stomach doesn't allow you to eat when you're stressed. I go through phases of low appetite as well. But I want to remind you guys that if you are in a phase like this, or if you're overcoming a phase like this, or if you have a friend or a loved one who's in a phase where they're dealing with some really deep grief, or it doesn't even have to be deep grief, where you just feel off. You just feel off. You ate a lot while you're stressed. You guys have to remember, when you're not motivated to be all gung-ho and go to the gym and meal prep and grocery shop and do your laundry and like, trust me, I love being in that like productive mode. I get really good endorphins and I feel amazing when I'm productive. But you have to remember, if you are not in that headspace to handle that, you can't beat yourself up. You can't beat yourself up, because this isn't laziness. This is your body's way of protecting itself, because the key is to return to structure gently. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I am doing to get back into structure in a gentle way, because typically in the past, whenever I would fall off for whatever reason, I would just go hard in the paint and I would double down on the work. And I would get into my my workouts, my weights, my nutrition, my water, no alcohol, good sleep. Check the meditations and videos by Moji. His meditations are very helpful. When I was going through almost dying twice, losing both grandparents and father in less than a year. Oh Lord. Girl, I am so sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that. So you can absolutely relate. And I know there's a lot of other people out here who are dealing with this stuff, but they're not talking about it. And I'm just over feeling ashamed and embarrassed, because guess what? I'm human. And the thing is, when I would do these videos, sometimes I have to make sure my makeup's done and this, that, the other. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to show up for my community as I am, no makeup, and just keep it real with you guys, because the reality is, I want to lead by example. I want to help you guys. I want to be genuinely authentic. I want to just be myself. And you guys have just embraced me with such open arms, with all the overwhelming love that you guys gave me on my last video. You all know who you are. Every single comment, every single prayer, every single like Like, you guys don't know how much I needed that. And the thing is, I said to myself, Christine, don't be talking about this stuff online. Wait until you're through it. Wait until you have the lessons and you're strong and you're solid. And I said, no. I said, no, what I'm going to do is I am going to show up and bring you guys on this journey with me. And what I'm doing to bring my body back into a gentle rhythm is the first thing I've personally done is I have increased my fat intake and I've lowered my carb intake. And I did this specifically because my body was just craving fats. I've been eating these caprese salads and I haven't been tracking my macros these last, like, ever since everything happened. I haven't been tracking. I've been eating a little bit more intuitively, but I've been doing this for so long. I obviously know where to head with things, but I've been eating these caprese salads where I would take mozzarella, tomato, fresh basil. I'd put olive oil on it, maybe a little bit of balsamic, salt, pepper. And you guys, these healthy, high fat meals, and even just the art of cooking and not cooking, 'cause that's a salad, of just preparing something special for myself has been so healing and therapeutic. And I have been just eating more healthy fats. And when I'm in this headspace, and what I encourage all of my clients to do is when you're in this headspace where you're really trying to get your appetite under control, your mood under control, your brain function under control, increase your dietary fat. Brute Crew says, I isolated from people to reboot energy with serious cord cutting ceremony. And I think that's beautiful. I think that's really amazing. And I think that that's wise. I think that that's very wise. And I appreciate you sharing that. And Divine 53, The Grieving Brain, The Surprising Science of How We Learn from Love and Loss. I love that. And so I've been eating more healthy fats. I haven't had any rice in weeks. And you guys know I love my rice. So I've been eating like chicken thighs. I've been eating salmon. I've been eating all the veggies and cooking them in nice olive oil. My friend Tony Casandrinos, he has an olive oil brand, Casandrinos olive oil. It's imported. It's from Greece. It's amazing. And and I'm doing this because it's helping my mental clarity, it's helping my brain fog, and it's helping stabilize my blood sugar. So regardless of whether or not you're eating in a caloric deficit, I strongly urge you now, please make sure this advice only applies if you still have your gallbladder. If you have had your gallbladder removed, you can't be on a higher fat nutrition protocol because your body doesn't have the enzymes to break it down. But I'm not eating keto, but if honestly, for my Gauge girls and for those of you guys who have my book and know my teachings, I'm eating kind of like a macro type 4, if that makes sense. Like I'm in that realm, and it's really helping. I have been focusing on my hydration. I've been focusing on my hydration. I have not been putting any pressure on myself to go to the gym. I am going to go back, but I'm just not pressuring myself because getting through each day is a challenge in and of itself. And sometimes when I start loading up all of the obligations, I get so overwhelmed that I buckle. So I'm going to slowly add each layer at a time based off of what I feel I can handle. Coding program says, same, both your grandparents and dad passed within 2 years. Your dad died suddenly in his sleep. Oh my goodness. Then I cared for both my grandparents to the end. Wow, that is so crazy. I'm really sorry that you went through that. I can't even imagine. I lost my grandpa Mike last year, and I have a lot of family stuff of people sick, cancer, my grandma's declining, like just so much stuff, you guys. But the thing is, I'm moving away from extremes. I am moving away from extremes. I've started incorporating more gentle movement. So the first area I'm going to put my focus on is going to be my steps. I'm not going to focus on my weights just yet. I will. I will. And I know there's some people that are like, well, why don't you just do everything? And why don't you just do this? And this is this and this. And like, that's not what I'm trying to do right now. Right now, I need grace. I need nothing extreme. I do need structure though. And because I am so structured with my eating and I have such a solid grasp on my nutrition, it has saved me. It has saved me. Now, I will be honest with you guys. I had maybe like one or two like cheat meals in the last like 3 weeks, and they're not really cheat meals. They're more calorically rich meals. And like the thing is, I was still within my calories for the day. I did have pizza one day. I had a slice of pizza, and another day I had a little bit of pasta, but I had a small portion. I saved the rest for later. And again, but I was still within my total calories for the day. So the thing is, structure, grace, and consistency. Who here is missing structure? Who here is missing structure right now? Are any of you guys missing that? And I know that like when I step on my treadmill and I walk, you guys, I feel like the weight of the world melt off of me. I love my treadmill. And I know not everybody likes treadmill walking, whether you like to walk outside. Crystal, Stacy, yes. Dive into your feeling until it becomes soft, tender, and bittersweet. Every time you bring back conscious attention to yourself, healing starts. And I appreciate that. And I wish that for you as well. Thank you for sharing such awesome insight. There's something amazing about stepping on that treadmill and just feeling the weight of the world melt off of me. Like I feel like I'm outside of time for a minute. It's just me, it's just my heartbeat. And that is so healing. And if you are not at a place where you're ready to tackle a full gym workout, start walking. And I had a season once, a couple years ago, where I was so overwhelmed with life that walking to the end of my street and back was like impossible for me. I couldn't even walk 5 minutes. I couldn't even walk 5 minutes. And it's not that I couldn't physically do it, it's just mentally and emotionally I couldn't, if that makes sense. So I'm doing this because number one, it's working. And for those of you guys who are in my private Facebook group, you guys probably saw my morning picture of my abs today. I'm gonna show you guys my picture just so you guys can see what I look like right now. I took this morning. I'm gonna turn my computer screen around so you guys can see it of what I'm working with. Boop, boop, boop. So, oops, can you guys see? That was me this morning. Like my abs are coming in. I have a full 2-pack coming in. My obliques are coming in. My V-lines are coming in. And this is all nutrition, my friends. This is all because of nutrition. And because I'm feeding myself lots of nutrient-rich vegetables. I'm getting a ton of fiber. I am getting fatty proteins. And I've been treating myself to just nice quality fatty meats. And that has been really, really helpful. And I'm showing that photo to you guys for one reason and one reason only. I'm showing it to you guys to tell you that this works. Getting quality vitamins and minerals will show you a whole new world for real. Absorbs well. It's not for magnesium. Bath soaks can be amazing. We are so depleted, and I agree. I have been taking the Gauge Life magnesium glycinate before bed. I literally keep it on my bedstand. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. In the past, I have tried like other things to help me fall asleep that have only just given me headaches. And I'm telling you, the magnesium glycinate, like I go into that deep, restful sleep. And if you guys are not taking my magnesium supplement yet, oh goodness gracious, it is a treat. It's like literally a vacation because you just sleep so hard. It's 2 capsules, nighttime only. The reason why you want to focus on the magnesium glycinate form as opposed to just the oxide or the citrate, those are the cheap forms, and they're the least bioavailable. And I appreciate you guys. So And yes, she is very right. She says to increase your intake of cocoa chocolates. It's because they're rich in magnesium. Oh, you take it, Crystal. And if it's not too forward of me to ask, I'm just gonna put it right out there, girl. If it's not too much trouble, would you be so kind to leave a review of that on my website for gaugelife.com? I would really appreciate that because I need more people to know how amazing it is and how effective it is. My only regret is that I didn't know about it sooner. And the thing is, this is why I'm running the spring 42-day challenge. And it's not just for my community, but it's for me too. And the thing is, you guys, I would love it if you are one of those folks who are in a season where things feel heavy, you've fallen off track, and you need to attach yourself to some structure to get you back in alignment. I would love to have you in my challenge. This is built for busy women. This is built for grieving women. This is built for tired women. This is built for overachieving women. This is built for real women, you guys. And I'm not here to fake perfect for you guys. I'm here to tell you that I am busy. I am grieving. I'm tired. And yes, I am an overachiever as well. Men are welcome to join, but the majority of my community is female, but men are welcome. We don't excommunicate men. We have lots of men do our programs. And the thing is, you guys, the early bird pricing ends tonight, and I'd love for you to join me on this challenge, not from a place of perfection, but from a place of presence. Does that make sense, you guys? If we are going forward from a place of presence, from a place of connection, from a place of showing up authentically for ourselves. Freedom Girl says, is the magnesium glycinate kind of like melatonin? I got bad anxiety when I took melatonin and couldn't sleep. It's different. It has a different biochemical neurohormonal pathway, and I think you will really like it. I'm also going through my own problems in life right now that you're trying to fight. And I totally get that. I totally get that. And I can appreciate that and I can empathize with you. And the thing is, if you are somebody who's busy, who's overwhelmed by life, who's grieving and tired, and you need structure again, like your life depends on you getting your shit together and getting structure. When I say getting your shit together, that doesn't mean forcing yourself to go to the gym 2 times a day, 7 days a week. That's not what I'm saying, but you have to attach yourself to some form of structure to help you through your funk, because the thing is, you cannot rely on your mood right now, and you cannot rely on your emotions. And I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard me say this, but sometimes when your hormones are off and your cortisol is dysregulated and your mood is all over the map and you're just not yourself, I call those moments of temporary insanity. They're moments of temporary insanity. You know why I call that temporary insanity? And not like insanity in a ha ha lol. No, like you are not yourself. And because you are not your actual self in those moments, you can't trust yourself to make good choices. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? Like being temporary insane, and I know this is strong language, but I'm using it because this is how I feel. Where do you go to sign up? Stacy, you can go to gaugegirltraining.com. This is how you spell it, Gauge girl training. And actually, I could show you guys the website here. There is a bird on my window. If I could spell. I'll show you guys this at the end. All right. Because I want to finish my point, but I'm going to show you guys right now before I lose track. All right, how do I switch the camera? There it is. Okay, so limited time early bird special. This is the 42-day spring challenge. This was me going from bloated, inflamed, tired, lethargic to feeling better. So what we're going to do in this challenge is we are going to strengthen your body, rewire your habits, and reclaim your energy. So this challenge includes, it's not a quick fix, you guys. It's a system built to reset your metabolism, balance your hormones, rebuild your energy, and hardwire new habits for lasting change. This is not about extremes. It's structure, strategy, and support. So you will feel so supported in our private group. And for any of my ladies who are in the private Facebook group who are here on this live stream, can you please just tell somebody how wonderful our private Facebook group is? It's like a family. It is a safe space. It is so comforting. You will make friends in there. It is just like awesome. So these are the things that you're going to be getting with it. In 42 days, you'll be able to reset your metabolism, reduce inflammation and bloat, improve your energy, mood, and focus, stabilize your cravings and hormones, feel leaner, tighter, more in control. Obviously, you guys can read, but these are all the things it includes, and this is a big deal. It includes 6 weeks of custom meal plans, 6 weeks of workout plans, weekly focus goals, a weekly group Zoom coaching call, our private Facebook group. This is great for just everyday support. There is access to coaching. Oh, Michaela, you're a sweetheart. Grocery lists. So, guys, you can head over to the website to check that out. But she's not lying, you guys. When Michaela says she's alive because of the support, like, it's okay to need support. It's okay to need friends. It's okay to need people to tell you it's going to be okay. It's okay to, you don't have to do everything alone. And I'm one of those people where from so much of my life, I would just carry the weight, carry the weight, carry the weight, carry the weight. And like, I didn't want to ask for help. And at the end of the day, you know what it was, you guys? It was my pride. It was my pride. It was my ego.